Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I will be doing a review for the movie Batman Returns. So, I just happened to be flipping through the channels, and I eventually got to AMC, which a couple of days ago they just happened to change their channel from 7.95 to 1.19. I have the Uverse, so I don't know if that's for every single, every single company or just for Uverse or whatever, but it just happened to be changing it to 119. I already knew that beforehand, but just happened to be skipping through the channels, and I just happened to come across the right moment, and at the beginning of Batman Returns, and I'm a huge Batman fan, so I just leave it on. So, so for those who haven't watched the movie yet and are planning to watch it, I recommend you stop this video right now and watch it somehow through Netflix or DirecTV or whatever, or even buy the movie, and then come back here and watch this review because I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. I'll give you a few seconds to pause the video for those who want to pause it. Okay, so yeah. So those who do want to continue watching this review for the movie, okay, so yeah. So it's Batman Returns. It's from 1992, and this movie features Michael Keaton as Batman Bruce Wayne, and Danny DeVitto as Penguin or Oswald Cobblepot, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Selena Kyle, Christopher Walken as Max Shreck, whatever. Michael Michael Gugg as Alfred Pennyworth, and Michael Murphy as the mayor, and then Pat Higgles as James Gordon, and then a bunch of other people we really don't care for. No, because their characters aren't as important. So yeah, so that's basically it for the cast. So as I said, this is Batman Returns from '92. This movie was very well done in my opinion. And yeah, it was very well done. The beginning was, when they were showing the cast and cast the crew, I thought it was very cool, very intriguing. I liked how Penguin and his character development. I think he had the most or the best character development out of every single character here. I think he was the most well done out of all the characters in my opinion. Um, Catwoman and Batman, they also had some pretty cool character development here in this movie. With the whole on again, off again romance type of thing, which we also saw a bit of in the Dark Knight Rises. That came out a couple of years back. I think 2 or 3 years ago, with Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale, and 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 has and what's her name? And Hasworth or whatever. I forget her name. She was Catwoman in that movie. They kind of teased about it, but in this movie, they do very well done. And it's kind of true that Batman and Catwoman, both their characters kind of like each other, but they really can't do two. One of them liking justice, the other one being, liking crime. So they do have that on again, off again thing. I don't know if it's in the comics, but I know it's in the animated show, on the Batman the animated show, because I actually have the DVD for the first season, which I should review at some point. But whatever. Back to this topic. So I think the character is very well done. I mean, the story and the outline was very very interesting, very, very cool. It's very interesting to see. We really haven't seen Penguin in any other movies. Um, I don't know about the TV show, but I assume that he has been a TV show. But whatever. I think Danny DeVitto did an amazing job as Penguin, and he was very interesting in this movie. Um, Michelle Pfeiffer, she did an incredible job as Catwoman, and Michael Keaton, just like in the Batman, the first one, he did an amazing job in this movie. He yeah, but yeah, I think he did a better job in this movie than he did the last one because I did watch the first one, but that was a long time ago, maybe like a year back. So whatever. Um, and yeah, and yeah, and that for that part's basically it. The outline was kind of crazy at times, and was a bit far fetched at times, but not too much. Like a little bit far fetched at times, but not too much next time. I will say that despite having an intriguing and kind of interesting beginning, right after the whole penguin thing and basically getting dumped off into a river and finding this penguin family, it does get kind of slow up until like halfway through the second act when there's like when what's his name, penguin's henchmen basically are attacking right nearby mall. I don't know what they were doing. They're planting bombs, I'm assuming, from what happened during the ending of that scene. And after that, the movie really did get interesting. Got faster paced, got better paced. It was more interesting. It was, and after that part, after halfway through the second act, in my opinion, it was better done overall throughout the movie. The beginning, I would say like maybe the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie are kind of slow. Um, and yeah, actually no, between the first 20 and 30 minutes are kind of slow. And then right around it starts picking up around the 45-minute mark, and it just gets better after that. Now you do have some pretty cool scenes. I mean, such as the scene where Bruce Wayne and what's her name, Selena Kyle, Catwoman, Batman. I mean, they finally realize who their secret identity is. Oh, you're Batman. Oh, you're Catwoman. Oh, okay. What do we do from here? Which was like in dance, which was kind of interesting. The one character I really didn't like, was Max Shreck, who was Christopher Walken's character. I think he could have done better. He could have done a better job. And Christopher Walken is a pretty cool actor. He's a pretty good actor overall. But I think he could have done better in this role. And I think he could have, he didn't do as good as he could have in this role. So that part's a little bit of a disappointment. But whatever. I mean, he did have his moments. So yeah. As for Penguin back again, his plan basically in this movie is basically to kill at the end, basically kill Batman and then kill all the firstborns of every single person here, children or whatever. In my opinion, that was kind of a weird scheme. I don't know if they took it from the comics, because I'm not a huge fan of Penguin in the comics. And this movie really made me appreciate Penguin a little bit more, but still not a huge fan of Penguin overall. Now, so I don't think that's from the comics, or honestly, I don't know. So comment that below if you guys know it's from the comics or not. I really don't know, so I'd appreciate it if someone tells me below. Yeah. So yeah, I mean there are a few things that are kind of cool. Especially where it starts picking up like in a mall scene where all the clowns are fighting Batman and Catwoman with that explosion at the end, just behind her. I will say that Penguin is a little bit of a creep, which is another thing I really do like about his character. He's kind of crushing on Catwoman too, but in a weird, creepy way, and it's just very funny and cool. I mean, I want to say cool, but it's just very awkward and funny, yet it's good. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. I mean, you do have your other scenes. I mean, Bruce Wayne, I think, was dialed down. Batman Bruce Wayne was a bit dialed down in this movie compared to the previous movie. But you have to remember this is like the early 90s, so still not as much violence as there should be in the superhero movies, but whatever. I should say it could have used a little bit more darker tone, but it was good enough for a Batman movie. Yeah, it does meet up to its expectations. How other people say, this is the best Batman movie from the original series. Before the 2000, which ended terribly with the George Clooney one. So yeah, that's basically it for the synopsis and likes and dislikes. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6.5, I mean, what am I saying? 6 being decent, I mean. Um, I'd have to put this, let's see where I put this. I put this at a 7.75. 7.75. I mean, just because of the character of Penguin and all the other characters, except for Walken's character. What's his name again? Christopher Walken's character, which was Shreck or Max Shreck or whatever his name was. I didn't like his characters too much. The idea does seem kind of here, weird and awkward, but it still works for the movie, and still doesn't have that dark tone it should have. But you have to remember the time period this is in. But it does meet up to his expectations. It's still a pretty goddamn decent movie, and it is, out of so far the 5 out of how many are there? Let's see, just wait. Yeah, out of 5 out of the 7 movies of Batman I've seen so far, the real ones, not the animated ones, the real ones. This is one of the better ones. I'd have to put this on number 3, my third favorite one. The first one would have to be the second one, from the Christian Bale series. That one's pretty cool. And then at second place, I'd have to put the one Dark Knight Rises. That one's my second favorite. Just because it has Bane, and Bane's also one of my favorite characters. Vince, but whatever. So yeah, it's my third favorite one. First being Dark Knight, then Dark Knight Rises, and now Batman Returns. So yeah, that's basically it for this video review. For Batman Returns from the 92. So yeah, 7.75 is what I will give it. So yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I also do other movie reviews. I also do other stuff superhero wise. I also review comics. I also review other TV shows. I also review action figures. So stay tuned for that and subscribe for that. And also review stuff that has been happening in the media recently, like media news, just news overall, like world news. So stay tuned for that too as well. Comment below on your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it already, and this video, and also comment below if the idea Penguin had for this in this movie, he wanted to take all the children from all the firstborn children, and basically kill them. Also, comment below if that's actually a story or a comic or a story arc or whatever. Because I'd really want to see how that played out in the comics. But if that's comics, if that's an original idea, that's actually pretty cool. But whatever. So comment below on that, because that's a question I'm having right now. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, that's basically it. Subscribe, comment below. Share on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Vine, or whatever you guys prefer. And yeah, that's basically it. This is Daniel Mart signing off.